come on out to Brown Mountain Bottle Works at 115 East Union Street in Morganton, North Carolina. The place to be for great craft beer. Browse their shelves filled with hundreds of craft beer selections. Relax and enjoy one of their 8 draft taps. Show your love for the store with their logoed t-shirts, hats, and glassware. Want to see what they have in stock 24 hours a day? Check out their website at www.brownmountainbottleworks.com. We'll see you there.
Hi, I'm Glenn, Dave's behind the camera. We're the NC Beer guys. Welcome to another episode of the NC Beer Buzz. We are starting our Down East road trip this weekend, and we couldn't have picked a better place to start than Jones County. If you don't know where Jones County is, you Raleigh boys, the Charlotte boys, the Nashville boys, get on a map. Come to Kinston and head south, but don't go as far as Wilmington or Jacksonville. And there's going to be Jones County, and we're in Trenton. You might have heard of Trenton in the beer community because of some years ago there was another brewery here, and when they didn't make it, closed up shop. These guys came down, and we're now the Third Rock Brewing Company. Thanks for having us down.
Yes, sir.
So again, we're in Trenton in Jones County, and Third Rock is the only brewery in Jones County, and probably will always be. We'll see. We'll see. So we have one of the owners with us. This is Eric. Is that right? Get the right name. Always get the wrong name. Right. And Steve's the brewer.
That's correct.
Good. So how did Third Rock come to be?
Well, just like everybody else, a couple guys sitting around with a good idea about making some beer, and then started putting their heads together.
But you were not a brewer.
Never was.
Right.
Never was. I just happened to get interested into it because of a friend of mine, Jay, the other owner, kind of got started with it, had a coffee shop business. They were talking about mixing coffee and beer.
So he had done some retail and some customer service. He kind of knew the retail side of the business.
Absolutely, yep. And they kind of started pursuing the coffee and the beer thing, and then met the guys down here at Jones County who've been 100% supportive of us, and that relationship started. I just kind of fell into it, and here we are.
Now, when you first got wind of it, the place was sitting empty from the other brewery that was here, I guess.
Yes.
So there was a footprint already here, the tanks, the production capacity. It was kind of a step up and ready turnkey situation, I guess.
Yeah, it was.
In
and
some
I wasn't
ways.
here for that, but I think it was. I kind of walked into it, had to make some tweaks and adjustments to the place, as you've seen.
Right.
And we continue to refine it every day.
That's great. But what that says to our community, of course, is that Jones County saw the benefit to Jones County of having a brewery here, and the economic impact was important enough for them to support you what you do.
Absolutely.
And that's the case everywhere, but it's even more of an impact in the local small communities like Jones County, because lots of needs in Jones County. So Steve, how'd you come to be a part of the game?
Just a few short months ago, my wife and I were looking to relocate to North Carolina. She's from...
And she's behind the camera keeping an eye on us, by the way.
That's right. She's back there watching me real close. She's from over around Rockingham. And with that in mind, I went on the pursuit of a brewing job. Actually, she was my broker, if she will. She got on Pro Brewer Interactive. And
so you had been a brewer before, or just this is your first brewing gig?
Yes, I was the head brewer at Red River Brewing Company in Shreveport, Louisiana.
Okay.
Prior to coming here, and a bunch of good guys back there, had a good time. But we wanted to move east, and with that, it's let's see what's available. And half the breweries in North Carolina, I think, were looking for brewers at the time, and I put in resumes all over the place, did several interviews, and ran into these two guys, a couple former veterans like myself, and I really liked what they had going on here and the opportunity and the things that they seemed to offer, and I was very fortunate to be asked to be part of it.
That's good. Yeah. So what will we come to know as the Third Rock beer? What is there styles? Is it a theme? Are they kind of run similar? What are the profiles?
Well, you see, all our names of our beer are related some way or form to like astrophysics or astronomy, or with Third Rock.
Third Rock from the sun.
Third Rock from the sun being our home. So there's kind of a space theme going on through all, and a lot of our names like entropy, the disorder of the universe, and so we try to pull from that kind of thing. And but as far as what our kind of beer is, we want to be really diverse. Of course, we're hopheads like everyone else. We love a great IPA. We have the Rock and the Light Year.
So let's make sure our viewers know what your core brands are. So the IPA is the
Rock.
The Rock.
Right. It's about 6.6% IPA. Light Year 7.3, I believe. Yeah, and And how you're going to be able to look at those two beers is one's more or less going to be a double version of the other. We have our Singularity Blonde, I think about 5.1%, about 1920 IBU. It's a classic cream ale.
Okay.
Complete. We use the flake corn and some of the flake rice to get some of those creamier notes, some of that residual sweetness that you see in a classic cream ale.
Right. That's 3 flagships or 3 standards.
We have our Saison, our Entropy. It's refresh my memory here. It's 5.6% ABV. Of course, we use the classic Saison strain from White Labs for that. I can't remember the number of it right off the top of my head, but yeah, it embraces a lot of those same kind of, the phenolic notes of the classic Saison. Dries out a little bit, easy drinker, lower in alcohol.
Now I know we've got, of course, a nice tap space here, but you can't sell so much beer in Jones County. So you've got some local accounts. From day one, I guess, we're about having local accounts and packaging.
Well, the reality is that you're right. In Jones County, we just don't have the demographic to support a tap room all the time, and typically at a startup brewery, a tap room carries the business for a while.
But it's not going to be the case here.
Not the case here. So we had to hit it hard and fast with production and distribution and be very aggressive about it. And so
we've got all 4 of those beers are out in packages, production.
Well, there's one more as well. We have our Photon, which is our Mosaic Pale Ale. Dave back there behind the counter indicated he likes to brew with Mosaic.
He does a Mosaic, right?
Him and half the other brewers in the world love that hop, and we do as well. And those are our core lineup beers. We do have some specialty beers, like we have a coffee milk stout or a porter.
That's only going to be available in draft at accounts.
Only going to be available in draft. It clocks in up there around 8%. Real smooth, nice coffee notes, very easy drinking, real approachable. Folks that claim they don't even like beer, you hand them a pint of that, and they're like, "Wow, they just got it."
I'm now a beer drinker.
Yeah,
that's good.
I'm now a beer drinker.
Everybody's on their own journey with craft beer. You never know where you're going to find somebody.
That's right.
So where can we find the Third Rock products generally?
Generally, you can find our 4 flagship beers in the bottle in Harris-Teeter's, Whole Foods. There's going to be some
Triangle Wine, I think, has it in our area.
Yep. There's Chicago Pizza. It's got it on draft. They're going to keep full-time tap.
And you're self-distributing for now.
We are correct. We're self-distributing now.
Is that something you probably will stick with, or do we have to see how the market goes, or who knows? That's quite a burden to self-distribute.
It is
out of Jones County.
And for right now, it's okay model. We've talked to some distributors, and we're talking with some distributors in New Jersey and New York at this time, and those are getting pretty serious. But
so you may not even stay in state. You may go outside of state.
Yes. Yeah. And we're talking another thing with those distributors. We got talks with an apparel company, and along with them will come a distributor out of state. But really, the goal there is the whole Eastern Seaboard for distribution. But that's kind of a long-term plan.
Of course, but everybody's got to have long-term goals, mission.
That's right.
Yeah. So for right now, our self-distribution is really I-95 East.
Okay.
And trying to cover everything we can there on our own. And if we work out a deal with a distributor, great. And if we don't, then we're just going to be prepared to handle it ourselves and grow as we can.
What has the challenge been being a new name, new brand in a state that's got new guys every day trying to break in? I mean, every day we turn around, there's somebody new that's going to do a brewery, going to open a brewery. That's a certain challenge of itself. Plus, you sit out here in Jones County, which is a little bit off the beaten path.
Yep.
What's that challenge been?
I think the challenge is every retailer you go to, of course, you're a new beer. Of course you are. Whatever. Get in line. So it's really been for us to hold our own standard on the beer production, and we don't.
I mean the quality.
The quality, and it's got to be a top 10% of all the beer you ever had before we even think about.
Because you have no room to run on your brand name. It's got to be the beer selling itself almost.
We've got it exactly to build our brand name, because our brand name's
doesn't mean anything yet.
Doesn't mean anything yet.
Right.
Correct.
And here in Trenton, we're not on the beaten path. So it's not everybody in the world that even knows we're here or we even exist.
Or we'll find out.
So we really depend on that quality word of mouth, get out there, folks. Hey, you ever had their beer? Gosh, never have. Where are they? And we're hoping that.
Well, we hope
build on that.
we hope this video is going to get you out, get your name out there too.
Us too.
So we hear there's a story behind the tap handles.
There is. So I was on the hunt to develop a new tap handle, make one. So this is our original tap handle, right here.
Okay.
Screen printed and painted on the side. Well, the problem is if you want to change flavors,
that's right.
Painted. So
right.
then our short-term fix was we would sand that off.
Right.
People would draw it on there. So what happened is guys from Jones County, I was on the hunt for wood and I was doing some different ideas, and we happened to meet over at the mill, and the guys from Jones County had to cut down a not a cypress, a sycamore tree over here at the Brockville Pond before it fell on their building.
How convenient can that be?
They had the wood there already kiln dried, and so I was able to buy a chunk of it from them for a pretty good price. And so all these with the, excuse me, Steve, with the black, they're typically 13 inches and they're like this. They're not short. These are short just for our tap handle, but they all come from a tree right down the road here in Trenton at the Brockville Pond.
So you can't be more local than that, can you?
Nope.
Right.
And they're going
beer.
all over the place. And I'm building them in my garage at the house. And my wife has been editing a video.
Right.
Maybe someday it'll be out there.
So a brewery owner in Jones County does a little bit of everything, doesn't he?
You have to.
That's right. Good.
So do we deliver the grains to the local farmers?
Of course.
We do a little bit of everything right here.
You're going to do what you got to do. Thanks for having us in. We wish you all the luck in the world.
I appreciate you guys coming to visit us.
For the NC Beer guys, this is Dave and Glenn. Remind you to next time, drink local, keep your beer dollars in North Carolina.